What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more of The Devils from their 2002 album Dark Circles, though again, it's material from the pre-Simon phase of what would become Duran Duran. Thank you to both Seb and Izzy, and there was someone else too in the moment, I think it was Eli, I'm trying to remember. The material was discussed and shared by a couple different people. Nevertheless, we are very much near the end of the album. And is it the second to last track? Let me see, maybe it's the third to last track. No, it is the second to last track, and it's Barbarellas, which of course, it's hard not to think of Electric Barbarella. Obviously, this particular cultural reference is something that was around Nick, and I imagine that's where it came from. Maybe Mr. Duffy was also, focused on this cultural reference. But again, it seems to be a concept and a cultural reference point that was there before they were even Duran Duran. So that is interesting with the later song in the Duran catalog. But yeah, I don't necessarily expect there to be anything similar here relative to that tune, and maybe I'll be wrong, but yes, ultimately, Barbarellas, it's hard to see, number one, it's a single word title, number two, not having seen the film, I have no personal understanding or expectations relative to what the scene painting might be here. So let's give it a listen. This is The Devils from their 2002 released album Dark Circles, and the track is Barbarellas.
Barbarellas, we named our first group after Barbarellas. Got to play on stage at Barbarellas. Car park now instead of Barbarellas. I loved you at Barbarellas. Thought we belonged at Barbarellas. That was ours at Barbarellas. Do you want to go to Barbarellas? Barbarellas, 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 Barbarellas. Barbarellas, and the rest of my life at Barbarellas. We all shut down with Barbarellas. I I'll see you down at Barbarellas. Barbarellas, 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 Barbarellas.
Some sleigh bells at the end, okay? Maybe they were there before that, but I didn't really notice them till the end. First off, who was the female vocalist there? Like, she was part of it, and then the last minute, she just really flourished and had these melodic embellishments of some very soaring feeling. Some very soaring feeling. That's terrible grammar. But yes, the like uplifting or elegance of her vocal contribution in the last part of the track. It really did stand out and was fantastic. And yeah, the tune overall, I'd say, had this kind of languid, slow groove to it, and the electric keyboard lines, like sort of pads behind the movement of the tune. They gave it a lot of texture. But yeah, like it feels like Barbarellas here is being used like as the name of a pub or some venue. Also, like this autobiographical, like that was our original name. We played these shows, and again, I forget exactly not the mythology, but the early narrative here, and I wonder if that is literally autobiographical, if it's more like the characters in the song are, telling their story in that regard. But yeah, Barbarellas seems to serve multiple usages here. And yeah, I enjoy the kind of light, like pop of the percussive rhythm. It's not like a big, dramatic drum set sound. It's more like a light drum machine sort of rhythm. And yeah, definitely a cool vibe on the track, even if I'm not quite sure like the full story being told here. Though again, it does feel kind of like, when we were young, like this is what we did, and this is where we were, and what the places that we were part of. It feels like a bit, like telling a story that in a way explains where you are now, which is interesting, right? Like the Devils is part of the early Duran story. Nevertheless, I did enjoy it, and as I said, the soaring beauty of the female vocals in the last minute or so were a definite standout, and maybe the most impactful part of the tune for me. So yeah, ultimately, as I said, we've got one more, and then we'll finally, after multiple years, be done with this album. But yeah, again, seen within the prism of the larger Duran story, I find this very fascinating. And in a similar sort of way, I am looking forward to going through more from the TV Mania album. Thank you again to Seb, and we will continue with that. So let me know what you think here, and I will see you next time, hopefully with slightly better grammar. Peace.